You wake before the light, not by choice, by instinct, because men like you don't trust the dark anymore. For a moment, you don't move. You listen. The silence sits heavy in the room, pressing against your ears. You've learned something most people never will. Silence isn't peace. It's just the space before something goes wrong. Your eyes open slowly. Ceiling, shadows, familiar. Safe for now. You sit up. The sheets fall away from your back, and the ink stretches with you. The dragon. It coils across your skin, frozen mid-flight. Teeth bared, eyes alive. You remember every second of it being carved into you. The pain, the hours, the rule you never broke. Don't make a sound. Back then, you thought it made you strong. Now you know better. It didn't make you strong. It made you permanent. Your phone lights up beside you. You don't touch it. Not yet. Instead, you stand. Walk to the window. The city is waking up, slow, gray, unaware. Neon signs flicker out one by one like dying stars. People will wake soon. They'll rush. They'll laugh. They'll complain about things that don't matter. They'll think they're in control. You almost envy that. The phone vibrates again. You already know what it says. You pick it up anyway. Boss, urgent. We need you. It's Kuroda. Of course it is. It's always something. By the time you step outside, the world is pretending again. A woman rushes past with coffee in her hand. A man bows into his phone. A shop owner pulls open metal shutters with a loud scrape. Normal life, routine, safe. None of them look at you, but they feel you. They always do. The car is waiting, black, clean, invisible. The kind of car that doesn't get stopped. The door opens before you reach it. Boss. You nod once. That's enough. Inside, the city moves around you. You watch it through tinted glass, detached, like it belongs to someone else. Because it does. You don't live in this city. You carry it. When you arrive, the room is already tense. Your men fall silent the moment you enter. They were talking, arguing maybe, doesn't matter. You remove your gloves slowly, place them on the table. Small movements are controlled. Everything about you is controlled. Then, talk. Kenji steps forward. He's trying not to show it, but you see it. Fear. The Kuroda group moved into Shinjuku last night, he says. You don't respond. So he keeps going. They've been testing us for weeks, but this time, they didn't hide it. Still, you say nothing. They took one of ours. There it is. Not strategy and not business. Disrespect. You light a cigarette. You told yourself you quit, but habits like this don't disappear. They wait. The flame flickers. You inhale. Slow. Measured. Who? You ask. Takeda. You nod once. You remember him. Loyal. Quiet. The kind of man who never asks questions. The kind of man this life takes first. You exhale. Smoke fills the space between you and everyone else. Do they think you're weak? You ask. The room tightens. No one answers. Good. They understand. This isn't a question. It's a line. Find them, you say. A pause. Before sunset. No anger. No raised voice. Just certainty. And that's what scares them most. The hours pass slowly. Too slowly. You sit alone. Numbers, territories, names. Every decision splits into consequences. Every move echoes. People think power is control. It isn't. It's responsibility for things you can't fully control. By late afternoon, the call comes. They're ready. The warehouse smells like metal and damp wood. Your footsteps echo as you walk in, slow, unrushed. 3 men, tied to chairs, bruised, bleeding, still alive. You approach, and the room shifts. Before you speak, they already know. One of them lifts his head. Defiance. You almost respect it. You know who I am, you say. Not a question. He spits blood onto the floor. Yeah, he says, I know. You nod slightly. Good. You circle them. Slow, measured. You crossed into my territory, you say. You took one of my men. Silence. You stop in front of the one in the middle. And now, a pause. You're waiting to find out what that costs. He laughs. Weak. Forced. You think this ends here? He says. You think Kuroda just... You raise your hand. He stops. Not because you touched him. Because he knows you could. You crouch. Eye level. Calm. I don't think, you say quietly. I know. A pause. I know how this ends. I know what happens next. And I know... You lean slightly closer. You already made the decision that brought you here. You stand. Adjust your sleeve. And now, you say, I make mine. You turn. You don't watch. You never do. Behind you. It happens fast, sharp, final. You don't react. Because if you start, you won't stop. Outside, the air feels colder, cleaner. But nothing changed. It never does. Night settles over the city. You're alone again. Glass in your hand. You don't remember pouring it. Lights stretch endlessly below you. Cars move. Voices carry faintly in the distance. Life continues. Without you. You think about Takeda. About loyalty. About men who believe in something bigger than themselves. And men like you. Who have to decide what that belief is worth. You take a sip. It burns. Good. At least something still does. Your phone vibrates again. You don't check it. You already know. There's always another problem. Another threat. Another decision waiting to take something from you. For a moment. Just one. You think about walking away. Leaving it all behind. Letting someone else carry this. But you don't, because you can't. Because the moment you step back, everything falls apart. And everyone under you falls with it. So you stand, adjust your jacket, pick up the phone. Boss, the voice says, we have another situation. You close your eyes, just briefly. Then open them. Tell me. The city keeps moving, unaware, unchanged. And you step forward again. Not because you want to. Because this life doesn't give you a choice. You don't wear the dragon. Not really. It wears you.